Hey guys, it's nighttime and I'm driving. Something new. How exciting, like you've never been out at nighttime. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see me in the darkness. Let me turn on the lights in here maybe. Well, that kind of sucks. Because who wants to watch a video with all black? Maybe it'll light up when I'm driving in the street. Let's check it out. So I don't know what time, 9:30 p.m. And I'm going to the airport actually. I decided I'm just gonna go puke up some more, and I decided to jump on a plane and go to Peru. So I'm out of here. No, I'm joking. I wish. Seriously, you're not gonna be able to see me? That like really sucks. What could I do? I'm not supposed to drive with the lights on. And even with the lights on, you only half see me. With two lights on, you still only half see me. And I don't want to get pulled over for lights on. So I guess I'll make it quick, since you probably don't want to. Well, why do you need to look at me? You could just look at dark. Just close your eyes and relax and listen to me. Anyway, let's see. It was a busy day today. I had a lot of clients. And I'll tell you, I started my morning knowing that I had healing clients today. And I knew I had one more challenging. Because I have a video about entities and attachments, and I swear every time someone contacts me, every time someone sends me an email and says, I saw your video on entities, I was just about cringe. And I always think I should take that video down, because a lot of times working with people, hey, you can see me a little bit. Working with people that have entities, it just depends on what kind of entities they have. And, sometimes they do have, various types of entities, and sometimes it's something else. Like today, it was like a whole friggin' alien nation I wasn't expecting to see. But, and then sometimes, which are the hardest ones, they're all hard because, I'll tell you in a minute, but the ones that are the hardest clients to deal with are the ones that think they have entities and stuff, but I go in and check and it's all in their head. Oh my gosh, those are the worst, because it's really hard to get them to. The only way any of them are going to turn it around, really, unless I can just get it to go. But usually these people, by the time they're finding me, most of them, not all of them, they have had really bad experiences, and it's been going on for a while, and they've gone to lots of healers and no one can get rid of it. And so I always tell people I can't guarantee I can get rid of anything. Actually, that goes for any of my healing sessions. Of course, a doctor can't even guarantee specific results, but my work is, at least a doctor has medication and has a chance of doing something, but I don't know. Medication's a whole nother story. But my thing is that, the kind of work I do is I go after the why they're sick. What's creating that? What created it? What are they doing to keep it going? So, it just depends on how open a person is to healing. Sometimes I've had instant healings. I've had several instant healings where just boom, things get healed. The latest big instant healing was my last trip to Egypt. Somebody ended up in the hospital, and after it was a crazy story, but she got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I was like, the angels, I had to tell her. It was just like this whole, it's weird. Anyway, it's just Egypt. So when the angels told me to tell her right off, you don't have to claim this, that you could totally not go this route if you don't want to. And, you know, she was really out of it when I was even telling her, because she had just had surgery. And, but I told her, and she was stuck in Cairo for a couple weeks after the surgery, and I was just praying and doing healings every day. And when she got home finally after this whole big fiasco, she went to the doctor and they did all kinds of tests and they couldn't find any sign of it. Nothing. And like she was like, they can't find it. And, like, she was concerned. I'm like, have you ever stopped to think that maybe you had an instant healing? And it's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, totally healed. End of story. So anyway, it just depends on the person. So same with the thing with the entities, but the problem with the entities is they work a lot with your mind and your psychology, and they get into your brain and they just like feed you negative stuff constantly. And by the time the person comes, it's like they feel like they're going crazy, or this thing, they just can't get rid of it. I mean, just imagine if you just totally heard stuff constantly in your head. And so it, you know, I can get rid of stuff, but a lot of times they actually pull it back in or recreate it, or they don't have it, but they think they continue to feel like they do, because they really have to work hard on changing their mindset. They have to really work on their thoughts, and you know, because you get, okay, it's like if, say you, for, you know, a year, someone told you, you know, you're ugly, or you're stupid, or you're useless. Like, if you just kept hearing that repeated to you all the time, you would start believing that, because you would hear it all the time. So it's like that. And so, you know, they have to recognize when that's happening, and then totally say like, oh, that's totally not me. That's a bunch of crap, and toss it to the light and get rid of it immediately. So it's also like, even with people who are trying, you know, like manifesting, that are kind of negative, like, you know, they just have grown up like that, so it's hard. And that was me too when I first started manifesting. I had to totally watch my thoughts constantly, because, you know, I would go into lack, and I would have to pay attention to every single thought. Like, even driving in the car, that's the worst, because your mind just starts wandering. Half the time your mind's on autopilot in the car. You don't probably remember half the crap that you're thinking about. So, you know, you really got to be aware of your every thought. And so it's like that. You just have to be persistent and consistent and stay aware and be on top of it. But you can change it around. But the thing is, they still sense it or feel it, so they think it's there, and then they're not doing what they can to just stay on target with, you know, just like, no, that's not my truth. You know, my truth is this. And just doing positive affirmations instead. So it's totally, you know, it just how much somebody wants to put into it. And a lot of times people are looking for it. So you look for it, you're going to find it. So, you know, it's a whole psychological thing with entities. And so, anyway, where am I going? Oh yeah, so I had one of those today, but I had a few healings and a reading and that thing. And so it was like, you know, after my day yesterday, I totally am so conscious of my energy when I'm working with clients. Not that I feel I'm giving it to them, because I never would. The one thing about me and my work, and even my students that learn from me, that they know how to stay disassociated with the energy of the client. You have to, otherwise you can really get depleted and take on all their crap. And we don't do that. I totally teach all my students how not to do that. And so that's not a big deal, but I want to be at my best when I'm working with the client. I want to be at my best. And, you know, yesterday was, you know, my puke day. I was puking my projections. And, you know, today I still I mean, it wasn't that I felt horrible. I was just kind of, irritable or whatever. But, today, you just don't get better. Sometimes it takes a few days to just kind of come off of that and figure out where you're going. And I really feel like I'm at a crossroads right now where there's a lot of aspects I need to consider right now. I just need some time to just chill out and think about what I want and how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to get focused and what's going to be my plan and what's going to be my schedule. And, yesterday I was talking about how I was irritated about those butt lickers and what was the other one? Oh, about this person's English. And I totally said, this has nothing to do with them after I, bitched it about it. It really totally has to do with me. I'm irritated and annoyed with myself. And I know what that is now. It is that I know that I need to be doing things better. Like, I'm staying up late all night, every night. I keep saying I'm going to go to bed earlier, and then I look and the clock jumps 2 or 3 hours. I don't know how it does that. It's like 1 minute it'll be 12, and then the next minute it's 3:30, and I'm like, what? Or it'll be 1, and then all of a sudden it's 4:30, and I'm like, how the heck does that happen? I mean, seriously, the time just does this jump. It's so weird. And then the other frustrating part for me is that's really when I work my best, believe it or not, is when everybody is asleep. I've always been like that. I work better like that. But it's not good for me because it's depleting me, and I'm not going to yoga, and I'm not going to the beach, and my schedule's all weird. Like today I was busy, but by the time I still had stuff to do to prepare for tonight, and by the time I got out of the house to take care of my stuff, I needed to go to the post office to send some birthday presents, and it was like 5:10, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's already 5 o'clock. Where did my day go? Like crap. And that's because my schedule started running late because this client kept me on the phone long, and I didn't have the heart to get them off the phone. And that's the other thing about those entity clients. I really don't want entity clients. And but then when they tell me their stories, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just don't even want to deal with it. But I always feel really bad because if anybody has a chance of getting rid of those entities, for them, it's going to be me, and I know that. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm the best entity remover, because I'm not, obviously, because a lot of times people continue on with their thing, but I totally believe that's their head. So it's not really my fault, but it's like, I just, how can I turn them away? I feel totally bad doing that. So I don't. I try sometimes, but it never works. But anyway, this one was really interesting. I actually found out, it was really funny. Obviously I can't tell the story, but there was this one main reptilian alien, and he was totally like the dominant one. And after I was like looking at him, and I was like, man, dude, you're so outdated. I totally told him this alien because he's trying to be all powerful, right? But after I was like working, then I'm looking at him and I'm like telling him, no, you've overstepped your boundaries and whatever. And then I realized, like, what? Wait a minute. Dude, you're totally outdated. You need to go back to your master or whoever you're working for, because you need an upgrade. Like, your stuff is outdated. Seriously, you're behind the times. And it was kind of funny because he got kind of embarrassed. And it was just really funny. I got to pay attention to where I'm going. It was really funny though, because he was sort of embarrassed, because I was like, God, you need to go back to your commander. Because not that I really want him to get updated, because he wasn't doing very nice work. He wasn't doing nice work at all. But he was so outdated. And that's funny. I've never seen that before. And here I am telling this alien, like, dude, you're so outdated. You need to, like, leave this person and go get your upgrade. Because, wow. So that was kind of funny, actually. So, like, I totally was... And you know how I keep telling you about all the lizards? Totally hit me. And then I saw that big, huge lizard. I don't know if I told you guys. I saw, like, a lizard that was, yeah, I think I did, like 13 or 14 inches long. The thing was huge. It was ridiculous. I don't even think that there's really lizards like that around here. I don't think it's normal. I have to find out. But, I mean, lizards, right? And here's this reptilian. And I'm just like, oh my God, more lizards. That's a sign, okay? And I really don't want to get into the Lizzie work. I just don't. That's just not my thing. But who knows what my calling is? I don't know. Anyway, I'm putting that out there. I really don't want to do that. But it was pretty funny to tell that guy he was not up to date with his stuff. Anyway, so, okay, being clear for my clients. So I just wanted to really be clear for my clients when I was working. That's really something that's important to me. I don't want to work on people when I'm, like, not there. And I won't. I will do what I need to do to get myself together to be the best I can. And, man, I could tell you some stories about that. But, so I'd really just, you know, this morning before my first client, I was like talking to God and Jesus and the angels and getting healings and drenching myself with, you know, source energy and getting myself to a level and a vibration that was going to be good for my work. And I did all my sessions. They were all good. But I was just so busy today. Anyway, so I didn't get a chance because I was so busy. I didn't get a chance to continue to process my puking issue, and I think I'm finished puking because I don't feel all gross like I did yesterday. I even looked gross. Looking at the video, like, ew, look at you. I looked horrible yesterday, and I don't like to do that. And you know what? I'm like totally putting this stuff up on the internet. Like, you guys are all seeing me go through my crap. Like, I don't know. That's pretty being very vulnerable, because it's like, you know, normally people just put out a video, you know, when they're like, oh, hi, like, everything's cool. Like, yeah, you know, I'm cool. You know, I'm happy. I'm, you know, standing on top of the world. And, you know, last summer, you know, I did a bunch of videos, and I did them when I was feeling pretty good. So it projects like, you know, you're doing good, you're looking good. But I've been like doing my best to like show up every day and do like a vlog. And you know, when I'm going through my crap, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm feeling good if I'm not. But in the same token, then I get on camera and I look like real royal crap. And God, people are going to get on there and get scared and get off my channel. They'll probably take one look like, ew, who's this chick? You know, they'd probably rather go watch some, you know, young, good-looking whatever that has nothing to say, and rather than some torn-up old lady like me. So it does, you know, it is putting me in a really vulnerable feeling space to do these videos every day and tell you exactly what's going on with me. So that's just kind of weird too, because I really looked horrible in that video. But it's just being real. I was feeling horrible. What could I say? Anyway, so I didn't get to process more today, and I really need to just take some time to process and figure out, you know, that list I told you I was going to do about the games I'm done playing and the games I am going to start playing. And I really want to just start playing too. I want to play frisbee, I want to play ball, I want to go swimming at the beach, and I really next week want to make some of that happen. And every day I wanted to do something to play. And that's why I want to get on a regular schedule too, because then I was thinking, if I, instead of staying up all night, if I go to bed early, then I can get up really early, which I like to see that happen. But I like to get up early, and then I can actually work really well too early in the morning. Just that I'm usually not a very good early morning person. But also, when I get on a schedule, I want to go back to Bikram, and that's my whole morning right there. So I don't know, but I just need to, I don't want to be irritated and annoyed at myself anymore, and I know that's what it is. My schedule is bringing me down. It's really screwing me up and screwing me over. And there's a lot of things, I mean, I can do at night, and there's a lot of things I can't do at night. I need to be up during the day doing some stuff too, and that's why I'm missing the beach too. So okay, tomorrow's Friday, and somehow, usually I only have one client on Friday, but somehow I got several clients again tomorrow. I don't know how that happened, and so I don't think I'll be able to do it tomorrow. And then Saturday I just have someone in the morning, so I guess Saturday maybe I'll just go to the beach and all day and chill and figure it out. But I gotta take time to do that. And all of you that are listening to this, you need to take time to do that stuff too. Like, stop your world and make your life the most important thing right now. And the way you do that is start making plans for yourself. See if you're using your day the most productive way, where you're able to fit in fun time for yourself. That should be your first priority, is your fun time. That definitely has to be your first priority, because when you put your fun time first, then everything else, all the work and all the other stuff, you might have less time to do it, but you'll get it done faster and more efficient, and you'll get a lot more done. Because I know when I was going to Bikram every day, and that took up my whole morning, it gave me a lot less time to do my work, but I was getting it all done, and I was getting it done faster, and I was going to bed early. And I don't know if I was going for a walk or anything. I don't remember. I think I was going for a walk at night too. So, make your fun time your first priority, and then let everything else come into gear. Because I always know this is true. When you take care of your body, like you exercise or you have fun or whatever, then the rest of the universe takes care of the rest of your life. So you just take care of yourself, and everything else gets taken care of. And I hope I just didn't miss the exit. I don't think so. So that's what I got to do, and that's what I'm going to do. But now I got to wait until after tomorrow because I'm busy. That really sucks. And that's the other thing. I don't like putting myself off because I'm busy. That's going to end too. It's just that things got a little carried away from me, and I just have to realign that. And I am. I'm acknowledging what I need to do because I want to be happy, and I want to put myself first, and I want to get all my stuff done too. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm not happy. I'm still not getting my stuff done. So what's the point? Nothing's working. My business is working, thank goodness. My business is really working. I mean, that's a good thing. I just have to balance my fun now. So anyway, I'm pulling into the airport, so I'm going to say goodbye, and I think I said everything I need to say anyway. And I didn't even do my journal page today. I just didn't even have time to do that. And I had two thoughts of what it could be. One of them is shake it off. And that one's going to be funny. I think that's the one I'm going to do. Is shake it off, or I think it's going to be just shake it off, because that's the one that's a lie. I just want to shake all this off and start again. So anyway, when I get home, I should go to bed, but I want to do my journal page and get this uploaded. So I will stay up late tonight to do this. Plus, I still have one more healing to do tonight. So I got to get that done. Anyway, thanks for listening, and thank you for listening to all my personal problems. And I'll see you all. I had to point over here. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Check you guys out later. Bye.
Get inspired and live your dream. Change your life, set yourself free with Cindy. Yeah, join Cindy. Travel through Egypt, see the blue Nile, Sahara Desert, open up your mind. Have an adventure in the deep Red Sea. Get your dose of spirituality. Get inspired, live your dream. Change your life, set yourself free with Cindy. Yeah, join Cindy. Get inspired and live your dream. Change your life, set yourself free with Cindy. Yeah, join Cindy.